With AI getting smarter literally every single day, you have to wonder, is the human software expert on the verge of becoming obsolete? Well, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's actually a whole lot more interesting than that. Let's dive in. I mean, the buzz is just everywhere, right? We keep hearing about AI that can write code, fix bugs, even manage entire systems from the ground up. So let's just ask the big question right out of the gate. Are these AI software developers really ready to take over the incredibly complex, demanding world of software engineering?
You know, the vision here is unbelievably ambitious. We're not just talking about a coding assistant. We're talking about fully autonomous AI agents that can handle every single piece of the software lifecycle. Imagine an AI that writes the code, builds the project, pushes it out to servers, and keeps an eye on it for problems, all without a human lifting a finger. That's the dream.
Now, to really get the scale of this challenge, we have to talk about DevOps. This isn't just about writing code in a text editor. Nope. It's the entire, complicated, end-to-end machine that brings software to life and keeps it running. It's basically the engine room for almost every piece of tech we rely on today. So to figure out if AI was actually ready for this massive job, researchers at some top universities decided to build the ultimate final exam. They called it DevOps Gym. And this is not some simple coding quiz. It's a grueling, real-world simulation of that entire DevOps cycle. And it's designed to push these AI agents to their absolute breaking point. So this exam has 4 big stages. First, the AI has to build and configure a really complex software project from scratch. Then, step 2, it has to watch that project for tricky hidden problems, like a memory leak. Once it finds something, step 3 is to actually resolve the bug. And finally, step 4, it has to generate brand new tests to prove that its fix actually worked. This is a serious, serious obstacle course. All right, so the stage was set. They took the best and the brightest AI agents, the ones powered by the most advanced models out there, and they put them through the ringer. So, how'd they do? And here are the results. Now, the top agent passed that first stage, the build and config part, just over half the time. Okay, not terrible. But look what happens next. When it came to monitoring for those real-time problems and actually resolving complex issues, the success rate just plummeted. We're talking less than a quarter of the time. That's a huge drop-off.
But this is the real kicker. When they asked the AI to do what a human DevOps expert does all day, every day, to chain all 4 of those stages together into one complete workflow, the success rate was a flat 0. Zilch. Not a single AI agent could complete the full end-to-end task.
That is a profound finding. I mean, think about it. If even the most advanced AI is completely failing at these complex, multi-step, real-world tasks, it tells us something incredibly important about the value of human expertise. So what does this actually mean for us? Well, it means our ability to learn and adapt is more critical than ever. As one industry analysis put it so well, continuous learning isn't just a nice-to-have for your career anymore. In the age of AI, it's a fundamental requirement for survival. It's how you stay relevant. So, if that's the case, what's the roadmap? How do we, as humans, build the skills to not just survive, but actually thrive? Well, the answer is in structured, targeted learning. And one of the most effective ways to do that is to focus on the very areas where AI is weak. In a world just overflowing with information, formal certifications are great because they cut through all that noise. They give you a structured path to build real, credible expertise, especially in those complex areas where AI struggles. It gives you a clear edge, proves your skills to hiring managers, and really unlocks your long-term career potential. And the impact of mastering these complex systems, it's tangible. You can see it in your paycheck. Just take a look at a few of these in-demand cloud certifications. Whether it's an AWS solutions architect designing robust systems, an Azure administrator doing hands-on management, or a Google Cloud engineer building on that platform, these credentials validate the exact skills that AI currently lacks. And, as you can see, they're tied to some very high-demand roles and significant salaries. This shows the path perfectly. You can start with a foundational cert to just get your bearings and build that core literacy. But then you can progress to a professional, expert-level certification. Each step doesn't just deepen your expertise. It directly correlates to a major step up in career opportunities and, of course, compensation. So let's bring it all home. Where do humans still have that definitive edge? Well, the answer is right there in front of us. All you have to do is look at where the AI failed. Its weaknesses are literally a roadmap to your greatest strengths. That DevOps Gym study showed us exactly where AI struggles. It's bad at high-level, multi-step planning, connecting all the dots in a complex workflow. It fails to correctly use specialized domain-specific tools. It has a really hard time parsing and making sense of dynamic, real-time information from things like logs, and it performs way worse in complex languages like Java and Go compared to something simpler like Python.
Now listen, this is not just a list of AI's failures. This is a curriculum for your career. Every single point on that list is a high-value skill that companies are desperate for right now. The ability to plan complex projects, master specialized tools, interpret live systems, and work in enterprise languages. That is precisely what separates a true human expert from an AI assistant. So, no, AI developers are not ready to take over. Not even close. Instead, what they've done is given us a crystal clear map of where human expertise is absolutely irreplaceable. So the real question isn't whether AI will replace you. The real question is, what complex problem will you learn to solve next?